In this lesson, we are going to complete the create bookmark functionality in eggly. And so in order to do that, the first thing we're going to do is create a method on the bookmarks model to actually add a bookmark to the bookmarks collection. So we'll go model, create, bookmark. We'll accept a bookmark object, and from here we are going to create a unique ID. What I'm going to do next would not work in production. This is for illustration purposes, and that is I'm going to create a unique ID based on the length of the bookmarks collection. Now generally you want to let a persistent backend server handle this, but we are just trying to simulate a backend server in memory, and so this is going to work for this example. But if you go to the completed app and start to play around with it, you will run into some unexpected behavior. So just be warned, this is just to illustrate and simulate a backend. From here, we are going to push the new bookmark object into the bookmarks collection. And then let's go into the create bookmark controller, and let's inject some of the services that I know we're going to need. We're going to need the state service, the state param service, and the bookmarks model. I also like to start out my controllers with a top-level reference to this, and then we are going to create some methods that we're going to need in this controller. The first one being a method called return to bookmarks. And what this is going to allow us to do is navigate back to the bookmark state if we cancel creating a bookmark, or we've completed creating a bookmark and we need to go back. So we are going to go to eggly, categories, bookmarks, and we're going to pass in a category parameter, and we're going to call state params dot category. Okay. Let's create another more descriptive method called cancel creating, and all this is going to do is call return to bookmarks. And then we will create a method to actually create the bookmark. It's going to accept a bookmark object, and then we are going to delegate this operation to the bookmarks model. Once we've called bookmarks create bookmark, we are going to return to the bookmark state. I'm going to create one more method called reset form, and what this does is it pre-initializes the object that we're binding the create form to, and then it will allow us to reset it if we were to stay on the page, or to just ensure that it's set to the exact state that we want every time we load the page. So we're going to create an object on the create bookmark controller called new bookmark, and this is just a plain JavaScript object with a title property, a URL property, and we're going to give it a category property, and we're going to set it to state params dot category. And then what we can do is when this loads, we would just call reset form. Now we have methods here that we've defined, but they're not available to be called from the view. We need to actually attach those to the instance of the create bookmark controller. And so how we're going to do that is we are going to say cancel creating equals cancel creating. So we're just creating a reference here on the bookmark controller instance to the methods that we want to wire it up to. And so this is just a nice way of delineating what is private and what is public. Okay. And now that we have completed the bookmarks create bookmark controller, let's hop into the bookmark create template, and we need to update this to use the new controller syntax. And that when you use controller syntax, you have to reference things explicitly. So for instance, create bookmark becomes create bookmark controller dot create bookmark. References to the new bookmark needs to be preceded by the create bookmark controller reference, as well as on cancel creating. So let's hop into the browser and see this in action. I'm going to refresh the page. We'll click create bookmark. I'm going to enter in a bookmark title, hit enter, and you can see that the new bookmark that I created was added to the collection, as well as we went back to the development categories state. I can go here and you can see we are in the create state, and when I click cancel, we go back to the development categories state. This covers the functionality to create a bookmark. Stay tuned for the next lesson where we will add in the ability to edit an existing bookmark. See you soon.